Hi Collective, welcome and welcome back to Ninth House Tarot. We're going to get into your message for whenever you find it, okay? It is a timeless reading and we're going to look at the good news or the good thing that is coming towards you. Okay, so it will resonate for this week whenever you find it, or within 4 weeks of you watching this message. Okay, and let me know in the comments if this resonates for you. Okay, it's a general reading, it's not zodiac specific, so let me know if this is your energy that I'm tapping into. So we're going to pull 2 cards here. No, we're going to pull 3 cards actually for the good thing that's coming towards you, and then 1 card for why it's so good. So Spirit, can we get 3 cards here for the good news or the good thing that is coming towards the collective? The good news or the good thing that is coming towards the collective. Can I get 3 cards? Thank you. Okay. Unfinished symphony. So there is some kind of cycle or lesson that is unfinished here, and it could be coming back around for review, possibly for you to finish it or to end it, but this is something that is unfinished. 2 more. Okay, time for a nap. Okay, so this is a period of rest, stillness, relaxation, pause, a time of stasis and doing nothing in regards to this situation. And 1 more, Spirit, for the good thing or the good news that's coming towards the collective. I've got 2 cards. Okay, so why and no place like home. So no place like home is it can mean about the physical home. Let's see what comes out, but it really means about coming home to yourself, coming home to your truth, your authenticity, coming home to yourself. It could also be about connecting with your higher self. Okay, and with why, this is about questioning or asking the larger universal questions as to why something is happening, or why something had to happen this way, or what there's just something here about getting something answered. Okay, is what I'm feeling with why. It's like this coming back to yourself or coming home to yourself is actually answering a question as to why this cycle had to remain open, or why this cycle is only closing now, or why with time for a nap you had to do nothing or to wait, or whatever it is, okay, in regards to this cycle or this lesson. So Spirit, can you tell us why? Why is it a good? Why is it good news? Why is it a good thing that this is happening now? Why is this good news, or why is the collective going to think this is... why does the collective need to know it's a good thing here, Spirit? Why do we need to know it's a good thing, or why is it a good... Because there's a decision, okay? It's going to bring up some kind of choice or decision, a turning point for you, okay? It could bring about more specifically a change for you as well. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got mending as well. So I just did a reading where mending came out. So it could be related, but we'll see. So I'm going to read from the book, actually, for just a few of these. Well, let's do it for all of them. So we've got unfinished symphony, which is number 10. So this means unfinished business, an incomplete lesson, lack of closure, or the need to make amends. So we did have mending at the bottom of the deck as well. And the last reading I did was about somebody mending something. So I'll take that as it resonates. So now, right now, is about practicing radical acceptance, taking inventories so that your emotional and psychological closure can occur, and the answers you seek will be found. So that may happen here with time for a nap. It's going to be a time for you to pause, to think, to reflect, possibly. So let's go and have a little look at that. Number 24. So time for a nap, rest, rejuvenation, and renewal. Temporary non-action, allowing dreams to arise. So it's as nothing is as important as rest, detachment, and neutrality. The overly busy mind can block you from inner wisdom. If you don't step back, take a seat and rest, be willing to let dreams surface and ideas flow through you, absent any force or conscious direction, as you observe without engagement now. So there's something about this cycle where you're going to be forced or pushed into a period of reflection about this. So that could be, you know, things are slowing down in your life to allow you to give you that time to kind of take that time out to think. Maybe you're a natural meditator, and if that's the case, this could be just something where you don't necessarily see a slowdown, but it's something that comes to you in meditation. So take it as it resonates. And then we got why, which is number 31, and that came out with no place like home. So let's read why. This oracle asks you to be very clear about why you're asking this question, looking for this answer, or behaving in this way. And most important, making this choice. Knowing your why is the key to fulfillment. When you are clear about it, your intention will then be a magnet for miracles. Motives define the nature of your experience. When you think about something, feel it, and then act on it. The invisible why is the life force energy within the seed, which brings it to life and holds the potential for growth. So something about an unfinished cycle or unfinished lesson, something that you don't have closure in, you're going to be thinking about this or being some kind of reflection about this. And if this isn't you, this is something attached to you or someone attached to you. And when you're in reflection about this, you'll be trying to really find out or figure out why, just why did it have to happen? But through you trying to figure out the why of something, you actually come into a sense of authenticity about who you are, what matters to you, what is important to you. Because no place like home is all about authenticity and coming home to yourself, feeling at home, arriving at a place where you fit, being comfortable in your own skin. This is almost like this cycle. You didn't know it when you were going through it. You probably didn't know it up until this point of where you're reflecting. But this was all about getting you to be more comfortable with yourself. You get to know yourself more. You know what your values are. You know what your boundaries are. You needed to be tightened up in some way in regards to your values, what you stand for, who you think you are as well. I feel like I'm talking to people who, you know, if you told them to write down on a piece of paper who they thought they were, it would probably something very like 3D based. And this is my job. This is what I do for a living. This is where I went to school. This is my my field of expertise. All these 3D things, you know, I'm a mother, I'm a father, I'm a this, but not really getting to grips with who they are. It's not something that they could ever write on paper. I know who I am. I know what I stand for, or my values are, or what's important to me. Whereas this journey has enabled you to do so, to get to grips and understand who you are, and being able to explain that even to yourself. And it's all to bring you to this fork in the road, which is a decision or a turning point. So let's see. So fork in the road. Time to make a decision, considering the consequences as you prepare to act, owning up to your obligation to make a necessary choice. So this fork in the road, this decision or this turning point or whatever it is, it feels like it could be a test that will really showcase to you, but also to anybody else, what you've learned in this cycle. And the decision that you make is we would hope that it's completely based on who you have become. Okay, who you have become. You know, would you have made the same choices, you know, before? Probably not. Okay, so this is good news. Okay, so if there's a cycle that has felt like it's unclosed, you know, has lack of closure, unfinished is what I was trying to think of, then this is good news, because this is like coming to the end of the cycle, or at least coming to the place in the cycle where you understand the lesson, okay, and you can make better choices. So that's great. I like it. I like it. So unfinished symphony. Why is that here for the collective? As if we didn't already know. Unfinished symphony. What can you tell me about that? Unfinished symphony for the collective. Oh, 2 cards came out. Yeah, there's some kind of drama that's unfinished, okay? Somewhere where you, there was a lack of appreciation. Oh, it's double Leo. Double Leo. So I could be talking to a Leo placement. I don't have to be, but it's coming up strong. So this is some kind of drama or situation or dynamic where you were looking for appreciation, you were looking for loyalty, you were looking for... you were looking for loyalty, but with unfinished symphony, this is something where potentially you didn't find it, you weren't looking for it in the right way, so now we need to learn a lesson about it. You know, with it being Leo energy, this is an energy of people pleasing, not all the time, but I mean in the lower vibration, people pleasing to get approval, people pleasing to get appreciation, to get praise, to be admired, and it comes from a place of insecurity. You know, as a lot of our insecurities, as a lot of those things are based on insecurities. Okay, so yeah, this was a cycle that you had to learn around the dynamics that you were in or created, that often created drama for you, or you created drama in those situations because of the way that you were trying to pursue that praise or pursue that recognition, that loyalty. Why is time for a nap here for the collective? Domination. So we have Mars in what's going on? Mars in Sagittarius. Okay, so more fire energy, but time for a nap. Mars in Sagittarius. Mars in Sagittarius is a go energy. It's an excitable energy. In fact, as I do this reading, timeless though it is, we do have Mars in Sagittarius. So this could be happening very soon for a lot of you. I could be talking to a Mars in Sagittarius placement. But this could be a situation with Mars in Sagittarius where you're excited to go, you're excited to pursue, you're excited to do something. But with time for a nap, it's the opposite energy. It's an energy of staying put. It's the energy, it's the time of inaction. So this could be for you a time where you're trying to force things to go, you've got the energy to go, but things are not going. Okay, and you may be thinking like, why? Why is it not going? I feel like it's part of the lesson here. It's going to force you into that reflective energy. Something about the authenticity of who you are. Like, why do you have drive to go? Who is it you're doing that for? Like, are you doing it to impress people? Again, I'm talking about that Leo energy. So are you doing it to impress people? Or are you doing it because it means something to you? I feel like you're going to learn from this experience the motives as to why you pursued something, and was it the right motive? And it's going to tell you a lot about yourself. That's if you haven't gone through it already. Why is why here with no place like home? Why is why here with no place like home? For the collective. Optimism, more Sagittarius energy, moon in Sag. So again, we are in Sagittarius season. I don't know where the moon is today. Yeah, I don't know. But with Moon in Sag, this is somebody who is hopelessly optimistic, okay? Still open to adventure, yeah, and willing to do anything to get it done. Extremism, this is Mercury in Scorpio, and extremism is all about manipulation, using manipulative tactics to kind of to get what you want. With the optimism card here, this is like, it's giving at all costs, like this is what I want, extremism, I'm determined to get it. No place like home, and why? It's just like, there's going to come a point in this journey, this cycle, where you're questioning, why have I done this? Why have I pursued this to the point of manipulation? Is that true to who I am? Is that true to my authenticity, my integrity? Who is it I'm trying to impress anyway? Whose favour is it I'm trying to garner? Who am I trying to impress? Like, what club am I trying to be a part of? Like, is that me? Is that what I want to do? You're gonna have a decision to make here. Ego. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, I'm taking it because freaking out. Fork in the road. We've got Mars in Leo again. So this is egotism. Okay, so again, is it ego that's fueling you? Is it, do you care too much about what other people think? You've also got Mercury in Aries, which is restlessness. Okay, so this is, again, this fire energy. It's impulsive. I could be talking to someone that has fire placements because it's all, and Leo specifically. We do have Scorpio here, but and also Virgo here as well, but it's giving more fire. There's a lot of impulsivity, a lot of drive, and a lot of, why am I doing this? Like, but I'm still doing it. It's very toxic. It's driven by something toxic. But this is good news, right? So you've also got Mercury in Virgo, caution. So there is like a small voice. When there's a decision here that you've got to make, you're going to be wrestling with the parts of you that are telling you to go, the ego-driven parts of you, the parts of you that are unhealed, the parts of you that are based on other people's opinions, the parts of you where, you know, you've been conditioned to be a certain way, but it's not really who you are, the parts of you where you you know, you have such high expectations for yourself, but you don't even know why you've got those expectations. It's built on materialism, or it's built on other people's expectations of you. You're going to be wrestling with that ego side, and really with common sense is what I'm getting here with Virgo, because Virgo is the energy of caution, thinking, analytical, common sense. You may want to check out where you have Virgo in your birth chart. You may not have a planet in Virgo, but you will have a house in your birth chart dedicated to Virgo. So you may want to check out the house and what the house means, and also where Aries is, and definitely Leo, because I feel like that is significant to somebody. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got Saturn in Sagittarius. Saturn is the planet of karma. It's the planet of moving slowly, consistently, but with Sagittarius in there, and, you know, that energy of drive. This is like long-term success. Like, how can we pursue something for long-term rewards? Okay, so this isn't like fast money or you know, get rich quick. This is long-term fulfillment. This is, yeah. And then we've got escape here with Mars in Pisces. A lot of Mars energy. So again, check where you've got Pisces and Sagittarius, because that is just keeps going up. So let's see what we get here with the tarot, because what? So drama, we need to know why this is good, why this is good news, or the good things that I feel like the good news is that you're coming towards the end of a lesson, and I think you'll be realising that, and that is the good news. But let's clarify. Drama, appreciation, and unfinished symphony. Why is that here for the collective? For the good news that is coming towards them, or the good thing that's happening for them. Page of Swords. Yeah. This could be about contracts, communication, research as well. Tell me more about unfinished symphony here, and a choice. Yeah, a decision or a choice, a turning point, planning something. Tell me more about unfinished symphony. Tell me more. And judgment. Yeah, it's a rebirth. You may be receiving some delayed communication around something that you may have felt like you missed an opportunity on, but it's, even if you don't feel like you missed an opportunity, there's some kind of delayed communication. It could be about a trip, some kind of travel, some kind of progress, and this is a chance to do something differently. This is a chance to just to choose differently from a more awakened and enlightened place. This is someone also realizing who they really are with the Judgment card. This is like an awakening of purpose, an awakening of self, and a reckoning as well. So this could also be like some kind of decision that's made outside of you. Let's just clarify. Yeah, with the Page of Swords, it's giving a bit, because drama is there as well, remember, for this unfinished symphony. So with the Page of Swords can definitely signify, like, you know, petty gossip, a little bit of drama, people talking about you, watching what you're doing, watching the decisions that you make. And with the Judgment card, there could be a reckoning. Let me get one more on that. Page of Swords, why is the Devil card? Listen, whether it's you or somebody, I feel like it's you. You're attached to something. With the Page of Swords, this is like looking about what other people are doing, or looking at something else, or learning as well. This is somebody who's very junior and learning. And with the Devil card, it's like it's your ego. There's something about your ego, your shadow traits, your shadow self. You're still learning something, but with the Judgment card, you're about to be reborn spiritually, mentally. You're understanding something about yourself here with the Two of Wands, and that you have a decision to make. Why is domination here with time for a nap, for the collective, for the good news? I think it's like you're possibly even doing more research here. Domination and time for a nap. You're going to be receiving either downloads or intuitive nudges, even dreams, possibly with the Ace of Cups here. Or you're in this period of stillness while things are not moving as much as you're trying to move them. You're going to be coming into some possibly even a new friendship or relationship, but something that shows you what really matters to you, something that shows you it's like holds a mirror up to you, and you're able to see all the parts of you that are authentic and have integrity. And it's like an energy you've not been leading with that. Yeah, it's going to show you what you've been missing all this time. When you have this quiet period while you're trying to make things happen or things that you put in motion and not moving forward, you're going to be shown what you've been missing as a result of choices that you've made, as a result of, I feel like the thief of joy is comparison. Yeah, something like that. You maybe may have been comparing yourself to other people. Tell me more about time for a nap and domination. Wow. Time for a nap and domination. Ooh. It's face down, so I won't take it. But it was a hanged man, different perspective. Also Pisces energy. Also Capricorn and Gemini's here. Scorpio's here as well. Okay, so domination and time for a nap. Why is this, for goodness sake, my little... There you go. Why is this here for the good news coming towards the collective? Domination and time for a nap. Ooh, King of Wands. So, Leo, I'm talking to a Leo or a strong Leo placement, believe it. If you don't think you've got a Leo placement, like if you're not born in August or July, but this resonates, go and check out your birth chart and see where you've got Leo or what planets you have Leo in your birth chart, because if it resonates, Leo is being highlighted for you. Fire sign generally, but definitely Leo. The King of Wands is here. This is someone who is a visionary. This is someone who is passionate. This is the energy that is trying to make things happen, okay? Someone who's passionate, a natural leader, an entrepreneur as well, I could be talking to. But this is somebody who's trying to go and trying to push an agenda, something that would make them happy, something that would bring something in for them. And all they keep coming up against is this. But you're being forced into a period of stillness because there's some kind of download or some kind of realization that you need to come to around what makes you happy, what fills your cup. Yeah, you need to face your shadow in regards to something that is inauthentic or that is attached to your shadow traits or the ego side of you. You may need to do some reflecting in regards to that. Why is why here with no place like home, optimism and extremism? Why is why here with no place like home, optimism and extremism? Why no place like home, optimism and extremism, the Hierophant. Yeah, coming home to yourself, the why is because you needed to go through this, because you needed to learn. There was knowledge that you needed to not just to know it but to put into practice. I'm talking to someone who may only act on learning from experience. It's not that they don't learn, but they needed to learn from action as well. It's almost like someone with the King of Wands here. This is somebody who, again, can be very ego driven. With the Devil card here, someone who's very attached to their ego. Page of Swords, somebody who's really worried about what everybody else is doing, or somebody who is very junior and just really they needed to. The only way that they would learn this lesson is through this experience. I feel like there could be some kind of spiritual level up or something. I feel like spirit's shoving something in your face. Yeah, something is being shoved in your face. Tell me about extremism, no place like home, and optimism, spirit, with why, the Fool card. The Fool card is freedom, new beginnings, a leap of faith. I feel like, again, this is Aries energy, but when I think about freedom, I automatically associate that with Sagittarius. So again, it's giving Sag energy, but fire energies regardless. There's something here that you need to reckon with in order to set you free. This experience is teaching you something. Are you going to make a decision that continues to drive you deeper into your ego or your material attachments, or you're going to make a different decision based on cause and effect and the risk of it all, the outcome, the outcome if you keep pushing an agenda? Are you going to make that decision, or are you going to set yourself free? Are you going to use the information that you've learned here with the Hierophant to set yourself free. Tell me more about No Place Like Home, extremism, and caution. Oh no, not and caution and extremism, optimism. Yeah, Five of Cups. Yeah, it's gonna be feel like it's difficult to kind of let go of something that hasn't worked. It's gonna be difficult. But I feel like it sets you free. I don't know how else to put it. It's something doesn't work out the way that you've been pushing it to, but through some kind of reflection around why you're pursuing it, the reasons why you're pursuing it, who is it benefiting, what is the point, or through that kind of reflection and accepting why it hasn't worked out, or accepting that it hasn't worked out, you're setting yourself free from this obligation, from this expectation, from this attachment or shadow or ego side. This is a massive ego death, it feels like. Why is fork in the road here with egotism, caution, and restlessness? Why is fork in the road here with egotism, caution, and restlessness? The Star card. There is opportunity for healing, okay? A new beginning, a spiritual connection, or a spiritual healing, or a spiritual there's something here about when you with fork in the road, when you decide to make a different decision based on your authenticity, your integrity, and not based on how it looks to other people, then there's healing. There's healing within you. There's healing to your ego. There's healing to your shadow side. There's healing to who you are. You're coming home to authenticity. You're coming home to integrity. Aquarius could be dealing with an Aquarius placement. You're learning and finding out about your purpose. There's something here about this cycle, this lesson is unfinished until you make a different choice. The choice that is setting you free and stops holding you to some kind of attachment, material attachment or expectation or ego. And once you make the decision or the choice that sets you free, there's hope, there's calm, there's a reconnection with spirituality, and you start to see things. I feel like your fortune changes. Tell me more about caution, restlessness, fork in the road, and egotism. Oh, yeah, you are worried, scared, anxious to walk away from something that is no longer working. It's almost like you've lost more than you've gained from a situation, and there's fear around detaching from that. There's fear around abandoning that. Yeah, it's almost like I feel like you're between not a rock and a hard place, but it's almost like you feel like with the King of Wands, even though you're not seeing success with something, it's like with the Five of Pentacles, it's like if I just keep going, King of Wands, I'll see something eventually. And with this Hierophant here, Spirit's saying, no, that's not what this is. This is a lesson. We're trying to teach you. We're trying to show you something. And if you listen, the good news is if you listen, you benefit greatly. You set yourself free, and that opens you up to so much more that is not limited by what you think you should be doing. Tell me more about restlessness and fork in the road. Knight of Cups, yeah, Knight of Cups. This is good news. This is creativity. This is charm as well. Why is the Knight of Cups here? Knight of Swords. Okay, this is definitely communication. And this is like nice communication that comes in really quickly. About stability. What else is this? And the Five of Swords. So if you release yourself from the materialistic attachments that you have to this decision, or if it's not one decision, this could be a way of living because you've got no place like home. You need to come home to yourself. If you release your attachments to to all of that, things start to move much quicker. you get communication coming in, you know, you get offers coming in, or you get some kind of something you've been waiting for a while, or just waiting for, if it's not for a while, it comes in, some kind of status upgrade. This could be monetarily, but it could also be spiritually, because that is here a lot. Nine of Pentacles, clarify that. Yeah, it's something that was challenging. Okay, it's spiritually, I think, because the Nine of Pentacles is clarified by the Wolf card. You can finally close this cycle. So once you stop forcing something, flogging a dead horse, because, and I say it's a dead horse, number one, because nothing is happening, or at the time you have this reflection, nothing is happening. But also two, because the reasons that you're pursuing it are not genuine, authentic, or true to your values. Once you release that, something that has basically been an uphill struggle, something that has been constantly challenging, something that has been either sneaky or, you know, there's been disagreements, pettiness, arguments, a lot of backwards and forwards, maybe theft, bullying, sneaky partnerships, sneaky relationships, trying to get one over on someone. Once you just decide to walk away from, set yourself free, because the reasons that you're pursuing it are not the right reasons, you come home to authenticity. And when you come home to authenticity, the universe aligns, and then you get, you know, you get communication, you get offers here with the Knight of Cups. These are good offers, you know, favorable offers. And then there is a spiritual level up, because you finally accomplished a cycle and you've closed a cycle. So the good news that is coming for you, collective, is that there's an opportunity here for you to close a cycle of, it feels like, you know, a constant merry-go-round of relying on or leaning on your ego, or leaning on other people's expectations, or how they see you. And once you make a different choice within that cycle, the cycle ends. This feels like a cycle that you've been living in. And I feel like I'm talking to someone with the Page of Swords that is very new to this understanding what is happening, and that actually, no matter how much you force something in the spiritual world, in the physical world, if it doesn't have the sign off universally, it's not going to happen. But this is somebody who, despite, it's like they don't, either they don't know that, they haven't realized that, or they know it and haven't put it into action and acted accordingly. And this is an opportunity for you to do that and finally close the cycle. So I'm going to leave that there, collective, because that's a long reading. Challenge me to do a 15-minute reading, I beg you, please, because it just doesn't it just doesn't happen. But anyway, I'm going to leave that there. Let me know in the comments if that resonates. It's very specific, okay, I think. Like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.